So today's the the last day of October's meditations, and so we've been doing this whole integration thing, and it's so interesting because I just think that there are so many different levels to when we integrate things. Sometimes we think that we have everything figured out, and then we find out that we don't. Or something tests us to see where we're at with that like whole enlightened mind that we have, and then it's like, oh man, I'm still working on it, or I'm working on it in a different phase or in a different texture or a different taste or a different color. And so it's an interesting path that we're all on this like continual like how do I say it? It's like we learn something and then it kind of comes into us. We think that we have it, and then we kind of experiment with the tool a little bit, and we either fail miserably or we start getting a little cocky and thinking that we're doing really, really well, and then something else comes in and we like pick up one of these old attributes that we didn't want anymore, and we kind of put it back in there for a little bit, and then we like go, wait a minute, I learned this cool thing and I thought I was super evolved, and then like so it's just this process, and it's constant, you know what I mean? It's constant. Sometimes when I'm working with people, they'll say, oh, okay, I went home and I tried to do what you said, and it was horrible, and I said it wrong, or da-da-da. And I always think, when I lived in Indiana many years ago, we had a bike trail behind our house, and one year we thought it would be a really good idea to get rollerblades. I don't know why, and I have not done that, and I'm not like super coordinated on that, and I felt like I was going to take everybody out on the trail. Like the whole bike trail is just watch out, because it's just like, here I come. And that's kind of what it's like when you learn a new thing. You learn a new thing and then you think, oh, I'm an adult, I should have this all mastered, right? I learned this and I'm going to get it and I'm going to be perfect at it. And you're not going to. You're going to take out half the bike trail, like in the beginning while you're first learning. And then little by little, you're going to get stronger and you're going to know what you're doing a little bit more and a little bit more. And that's the integration process. It's slow and steady. It's just slow and steady. So think of it like that. So for tonight, I think the best way to go about this closing of this month is to just kind of sit with ourselves. Who's never meditated? Oh, thank heavens. Okay, so then it'll be easier. Because we want to sit in the silence. We want to sit inside of ourselves a little bit. So going over the mechanics again on meditation, we do want to sit up as tall as we can. If you're not comfortable in your skin and your body is hurting, or if you have something that's achy, please, you can lay down. Just make sure that your central channel is long. And then pulling your shoulders back and tucking your chin just a little bit, and settling down your eyes. And then just loosening your jaw. And let's all take a nice deep breath in. Audible exhale out. It's interesting how that's kind of like a nice little gift that everybody gives each other, and we feel this resonance with that. There's a feeling of just maybe allowing it to be almost like tingles down your back. So again, just reconnecting with the breath, feeling your inhales and your exhales. And then we'll do it again. Nice deep inhale. Audible exhale out. Just feel that from the crown of the head all the way down the back of the neck, all the way down to the tip of the tailbone. So as you just continue to allow your body to settle in, being very aware of the feeling of your breath. The feeling of the inhales and the exhales. Without forcing your breathing, just allow awareness to your breathing, enjoying the quality of what it feels like in your nose, the back of your throat, how you feel your lungs expand, how you feel your diaphragm expand. And then the contraction of those things, the warmth in the back of your throat, the warmth of your nose as it exhales out. It's good to do a little check-in with your jaw and your tongue, being sure that your tongue isn't like pressed down in the back or pushed up to the roof of your mouth, that it's just soft and loose inside of your mouth. That your jaw feels loose, the teeth are not touching if possible. And then checking in with the eyelids. Are they soft or are they smashed shut? They should be soft. There's almost as if just barely there's some light coming in, just barely. So as we've settled in, you may be able to start to pick up your heartbeat or your pulse, either in your neck or in your chest. Allow yourself to be very present with the combination of your breathing and your heartbeat. Now, if you can, I want you to bring your imaginary gaze point up to your third eye. So it's as if you're pulling the eyes up and back a little bit with your eyes closed. I'd like you to just imagine yourself, just an image of yourself. And if there's something that you yourself are suffering with, maybe even your future self is suffering with, could be suffering with, you don't have to picture the mechanics of it or anything like that. Just yourself, and know that everybody has suffering, even you. And as you picture, imagine, or think about that image of yourself, I'd like you to imagine that you're able to breathe in that suffering. Picture it almost like black smoke that you're breathing in and allowing it to go into your heart and be transmuted into love. And then when you exhale out, it's going to go up into the universe. So each inhalation takes away the suffering from yourself or your future self. And then each exhalation transmutes that up into the universe. You don't need to fix anything. You don't need to correct anything. You're just taking that suffering from yourself or your future self, transmuting it, and letting it go. Now, having relieved that part of you from that suffering, redirecting the breath now as your inhalation pulls light and joy from the universe, and the exhalation goes back to your future self of joy and peace. Now you can just go right back to just with the breath, releasing the object of your meditation and just going back to your breath. Take note on how you feel vibrationally in your body. And you can start to bring some movement into your hands and your shoulders and neck. And as always, I encourage you to let your eyes be the last thing to open up. So we can do that for other people too, and we're going to start that practice next month, but I want you guys to practice that. So last week I asked everybody to kind of meditate for somebody, and I know Maddie said that she was practicing every day. So I was so happy. But did anybody keep with the meditation from last week? Did you guys try? Did anybody try? You did? Yay, thank you. That's 2, 3, yay. All right, 4, all right, 5, yay.
It's not easy when you're not doing it though.
What's that?
It's not as easy when you're not guiding me through.
Yeah, I know. We'll go back and watch it because that's why you guys have it. So, you can go back and watch it. Yeah. It's so cool. I was, doing this meditation this morning, but for, and we're going to talk more about this next month, but for the people that suffer with the same things that I suffer with, and it was so interesting, the people that popped into my head, and then I would hold that image of that person and kind of do this process for them. And man, by the time I was done, I was like, I have no problems at all. It's like they leave, and it's just like anything. Tamara was saying the other day, just, it's like losing yourself in the service is what really just changes your life. But then you can do it in your meditation too, and that's really beautiful to know that you can do that. And your thoughts are so, and you guys have heard me say this before, but, and it's not a Melissa thing, it's a Joe Dispenza thing, but your thoughts are these energetic pulses, and so they go outward like this, but your feelings are magnetic, and so it pulls in like this. And so that's why, we want to get all of that anchored in properly so that we're sending the correct signals out and we're pulling in the right vibrations towards us, and it's hard, and everybody has poo-poo days, and everybody gets upset, everybody gets, down or blue or, moody or whatever. But the best way to combat that is to meditate for somebody else. It truly is. It really, really is. It just makes things just kind of clear up and go away. Okay? All right. So in the way of announcements, we have a couple things coming up this weekend. There's arm balancing workshop. So if there's any yogis or yoginis in the room that are looking to kind of do some fun things that we don't normally get to do in flow classes and stuff, because there's not really a lot of time to kind of work on those postures, it'll be really good. Jenna is teaching that, and that's at noon, and I think it goes until 2. And then from 4 to 6, Carlin is opening up her animal sanctuary to everybody to go and tour. So there is an address on our website. So if you go to the website and go under, I think it's under events, right? And then you'll be able to click on it, and then you'll be able to go and see where her animal rescue facility is. It's so beautiful. She's just a remarkable woman. I have so much respect for her. So, please go and support that in any way that you can. And then Saturday night, Quentin has a past life regression workshop, and that'll start at 7 and go until 9. So, and I think I said this before, but it bears repeating. So if you don't, if you're like, past life isn't my jam, there's other ways to look at it. There's archetypal patterns that show up deep within our psyche. And so when you do the specific process, regression process, it can take you into those archetypes, and then you can kind of see little things that are maybe showing up that are repetitive or that you're like stuck on and you can't figure out why you're stuck. And it's like, oh, it could be from that. So anyway, and that's from 7 to 9. And I'm excited about that. I can't wait for that. So anyway, and I think
that's 65.
Yep, yep. So, yeah, and it's going to be so cool. And if you can do it in the group setting, I mean, you're not going to get the same things you would in a private, but it's still super, super, super cool. So, okie dokie, artichokes. I will see you all next week. Yes, thank you. Just leave your stuff there. We'll clean it up. Thank you, thank you, thank you.